Let's talk a little bit about medical malpractice litigation. A major portion of my practice for the past quarter of a century has been representing people injured by medical negligence, and there's a lot of it around. The problem for you as an individual is that if you or a family member have been injured through the mistake made by a physician, you're in for a very significant battle. The medical societies, the medical malpractice insurance companies, the hospitals, and the doctors themselves have made it a policy to fight every medical malpractice case to the death. They will devote every resource. They will give a blank check to the defense of every case, no matter how obvious the negligence is or no matter how seriously injured you are. The medical malpractice insurance companies, the hospitals, the medical society, and the doctors have been engaged in a media campaign for the last 20 years. They've already convinced all the jurors that are likely to sit on your case that you're at fault for bringing the medical malpractice case. From the moment we file the lawsuit on your behalf until the time the jury comes back, the preconceived idea in the mind of the jurors is that you are doing something wrong or evil by suing a doctor. Doctors are inherently good. People that sue them are inherently bad. This is something which has been developed by the insurance companies and the media. They will hire the best lawyers in the world, cost be damned, to defeat your claim. When you file a medical malpractice claim, the lawyers that represent the doctor or the hospital that damaged you will be smarter than the average lawyer, they'll be better trained than the average lawyer, and they will have devoted their practice exclusively to the representation of healthcare providers who have committed negligence. Okay? That's what they do. The hospitals, the doctors, their insurance companies will spend whatever it takes, blank check, to make sure that you recover nothing, no matter how obvious the negligence was. That's why it is ever so much more important that if you've been injured as a result of medical negligence, to make sure that the lawyer that you hire knows what he's doing, that he's been in the business, that he has the medical knowledge and the resources and the time and the experience necessary to be able to come up against what is seemingly an insurmountable foe. This is what I've been doing for a living, and successfully for more than a quarter of a century. We know the expert witnesses to hire, we know the defense lawyers, we know the hospital corporations, we know many of the individual doctors that are likely to come up in a medical malpractice case. How well respected your attorney is and how well known they are by the defense lawyers and by the medical malpractice insurance companies may be the most significant factor in how successful you are in the prosecution of your medical negligence case. You may think it's easy. People come to me all the time and say, but the negligence was obvious. Let's take the most obvious case. They operate on the wrong part of your body. Okay. We've had a number of those cases. You would think that you show the medical malpractice insurance company, hey, Dr. Bob over here operated on the wrong leg. Or, hey, Dr. Bob over here operated on the L2 vertebra when he was supposed to be operating on the L5 vertebra. And they say, okay, we agree, we'll settle this case. It never happens anymore. When I started out 25, 30 years ago, it happened. Now it does not happen. No matter how obvious the negligence, it will be vigorously defended, and in many cases, there will be no offer made. Not a single penny offered to settle your case until a jury makes them do so. Until a jury comes back with a verdict in your favor, many of the medical malpractice insurance companies will not pay one penny. You have to anticipate from the minute that you file your lawsuit that will have to be prosecuted through jury verdict and through successful appeal before you will recover a penny. And your success in doing that will depend entirely on who represents you.